This is Boxing Tickets, and we are here. It's 2 days out before fight night. Today to be joined with Gerard Hughes. Calm down a wee bit from yesterday. Obviously, I was sort of saying, that you and Rudy sort of stole the show yesterday at the press conference. It sort of got a bit heated at stages, but you've sort of had time to relax now. You've calmed down, you're prepared, you're back on track for Saturday.
No, I'm still ready to go. Still ready to go now. I was good. See, it's good to enjoy the press conferences and all the weigh-ins and stuff, mate. The first time I feel I didn't enjoy it, whereas this time I'm just enjoying it. And as I'm saying, me and Rudy, Eddie said it was stole the show yesterday, so Eddie was happy, so I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? Added a wee bit to it, and adds a wee bit to the fight too, a bit more hype. Like me and Andy were walking through Belfast there, and I had about 10 or 12 people stop me, like, do you know what I mean? So, and they were all saying, "Oh, I seen that clip." So adds a bit of hype to the fight, mate, and yeah, mate, it was good yesterday.
Like, this is the third time you sort of had to prepare. Obviously, the last time out, and we've spoken about that previously, so I'm not going to go over old ground. But like, this is your sort of third time preparing for him. You seem to sort of have that. Like, I know that he's play up to the camera a wee bit. Sort of the fact that he's a friendly in person. Like, he's obviously shook hands stuff after the first fight. Like, there seems to be that. It just seems to be when the cameras are turned on, there just seemed to be a wee bit of spice at it. But you and Rudy actually generally get on away from the cameras.
We do, yeah. We do. But that's the thing is, when you're fighting, you can understand why then when stuff like that happens, it happens because we're both fighting each other. Do you know what I mean? And although, listen, you can say, "Oh, I'm friendly with him," and there's respect there, we're still going to fight each other. And no matter what, I think it's just me and his personalities. I think Jamie said it yesterday. It's just no matter what, no matter how many times we fight, it's always fun. Just because we both not play up to it, but it doesn't take much to get us going. And yeah, mate, I don't think any of us want to lose an inch, so it turns into an argument match. But nah, mate, it's good. At the end of the day, like, again, it adds it adds any time we fight. There's always great hype about it, and that's only good for our profiles. Do you know what I mean? It only builds our profiles and gets people knowing more about us. Like, I woke up this morning from yesterday, I had like 300 more Instagram followers just from that clip alone. So it's mad. So yeah, mate. As I'm saying, there's always, listen, anybody that gets in the ring, there's always respect, but you have to do your bit to sell the fight too. Do you know what I mean?
Obviously, his comments yesterday, he was sort of saying about you hitting the canvas again. He's sort of trying to suggest that somebody's dropped you in sparring. Like, you've probably pretty much already squashed that fact. Like, where would that? Do you know where that sort of come from? Like, maybe in your own head, where somebody may have sparred, it's maybe saying stories or trying to big themselves up more than.
The only person who sparred me and sparred him is Mike Casey, and that there was no. I haven't been. I've yet to be dropped. Do you know what I mean? So, listen. You hear, of course, it's professional boxing. How many times do you go to a show and you hear, "Oh, I heard how your camp went." It's part of the game. I don't read much into it. When he said it, I was like, frig, and I didn't think much into it because I didn't. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, mate, I don't really mind it. You always hear it from fights. It's like a go-to thing to say, isn't it? To heard about your sparring, and realistically, I've heard about his sparring too, but you don't bring that up. Do you know what I mean? Because training's training, sparring's sparring. So that's what I'm saying. When he said it, was there any point really arguing about sparring? Do you know what I mean? Fucking, it's mad. So, nah, I admit that I've never ever been knocked out. So I just don't know where he got it from. So listen, it's good as well because it got a bit of a. When he said that, it got a bit of a bite between us two. So nah, it's good.
The fight's bigger this time around. Obviously, Rudy's obviously went on since. Obviously, won the Celtic title, won the Irish title. Probably the bad thing for you is the fact that you can't fight for them titles because of the inactivity and things like that, and you haven't done an 8-rounder. But it's a bigger fight than it was before. Obviously, the draw last time around, I know people have their opinions on what they thought and everything else, and we've spoke with this previously, but it's a bigger fight this time around. You've already had that sort of warm-up on Matchroom. You're getting a better position, obviously, in the card as well. Like, it's an even bigger fight.
Oh, it's a massive fight, mate. Like, I think outside of. Well, you look at the presser yesterday. I stole the show. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people talking about our fight now, just even from that yesterday. And obviously, it has a storyline too. Do you know, we had the draw, and then obviously it was meant to happen in August. I had my medical issues, and then that's on again. So I think it's coming at the right time, to be honest, because the first time I fought the Matchroom show, I let it all get to me. Like, I did the big occasion. I'd never experienced it. You know, I'd fought on the conlan shows, but not of the scale of what the Matchroom show was. So I'd say even in the last year I've matured a lot, you know, like if that press conference had happened even the first time we fought, you know, I don't know, like, don't know how it would have worked out, you know what I mean? I would have been fucking thinking about it and all, but it's just, it's experience, mate, it comes with experience. We're both early on in our careers. You know, I was actually speaking to Thuran last night, and Thuran says, like, my first 10 fights were all small hall shows. Like, you're in your 6th fight here, 7th fight, and you've had 2 matchroom shows, you've fought in conlan shows, so it's all experience, mate, and it shows we're both game to fight each other, taking these fights so early on.
Are you still having to pinch yourself, obviously, the fact that you've been training with the legendary Andy Lee? Like, when we done the initial, obviously, press conference, I didn't sort of put it out there because, you know, you didn't want, I guess it probably draws to the fact that people were going, who's training them? But, like you've been down there with Joe Parker and with Paddy, like, you're in with a former world champion boxer, obviously now a well-renowned coach. Like, how's that settling in been for you?
It's been great, mate. I've been there from November, and it's been amazing. As I'm saying at the start, like, there was no real, cause I'd got the training situation sorted. It just, there was no, you didn't need to announce anything. Do you know what I mean? We knew. So I know a lot of people, like, a few people had said to me, "Frig, who you been trained by?" And I think they were probably nosing. Do you know what I mean? Like, trying to get information, but. As I'm saying, mate, listen, I was grafting. I've grafted from November down there with all the lads, and it's great, mate. It's a great place to be. Like, you're around the best, you're around Andy, you're around all the best. Like, Andy was bringing in sparring for this camp for me, and then you have Joe, you have Joe's team, you have George Lockhart, you know what I mean, working with us. He's in Belfast now, doing the weight cut and doing the refueling. So you're just around world level lads, you know what I mean? Like, Andy was in Riyadh last week, do you know what I mean? And then now he's in Belfast. It's a bit mad, but as I'm saying, and shout out to Tony Browne as well. When Andy was away, he was looking after me. I obviously couldn't go to Saudi. There was no sparring out there, do you know what I mean? But everything we did, Andy was setting us our things we had to do every week, and we were working on the game plan. And I think even in the last year, mate, you know, I've been coached and had the privilege of being coached by 2 very, very good coaches. You know, I was with Pete for about 8 months, and then he obviously went to the Netherlands. You know, I couldn't go out there, and then now I've been coached by Andy. So I think, you know, from the last time I fought, you know, I'm not even half the fighter I was then, and I haven't had the chance to show that. You know, obviously I had a 4-rounder in March last year, at the end of March, and I didn't get touched, you know what I mean? I made that quite easy. I made that fight really, really easy. So I actually didn't really show what I've even in that fight I didn't show what I've learned, even with Pete. So I think I'm coming into this, mate, as a bit of an unknown quantity, to be honest. You know, that's what we've said. Like, nobody knows what they're going to get here. You know, and Rudy's had 2 good fights. 2 good fights he has. But you can see what Rudy's trying to do, you know, and not that that's a positive or a negative, and I think he's improved, but I've also improved, and I can't wait to show up on Saturday night.
I think that's what makes it a bigger and a better fight. You know, he's had that previous, he's sort of having the sort of bit of a smack talk in the build-up. That unknown quantity you've already done rounds with him. So, like, I'm not sure obviously what, I haven't done Rudy's fight week interview yet, but, like, you know, if you're going to improve and he's going to improve, like, Matchroom's nearly going, have we missed the boat by not putting you onto the main card? Like, the fight deserves to be on the main card. They're only keeping 4 fights, but they could have added using as a 5th fight, and they're probably going at this stage, can we make it 5 fights on the live broadcast?
Yeah. I think there is talk of it, but I think the reason why we are on before the bell is because they have now changed the main event time to 9:30, whereas usually if it was a 10 p.m. show, they would have the slot for it at 10:30, even ring walk. So I think that's what the struggle is, but I know there is talk of it. So listen, I don't mind. We're on a massive platform, and I just can't wait to fight on Saturday. I just want the bell to go, mate. Don't get me wrong, all this is great, but this last time, I let it eat me up. You know, all the media and all the rest of it, and thought I was a superstar. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, and then you forget you're fighting. I said that before. But see, this time, it's just complete focus on the fight and just enjoying every moment.
How do you see the fight going? Like, do you see it? Can you see it being a similar fight to the last time, or you obviously know the mistakes you made the last time that you're not going to make again, which might then could it lead to a dull fight in some ways? You know, where we've had that. Sometimes when you get a rematch, it's not the same. Like, could you see it being like a boring sort of chess fight, or can you just see it being the twos in the pocket again?
Listen, I'm not a back, like, it's well known I'm not going to go on the back foot and start trying to jab my way to victory. I'm well under the influence here that I need to be aggressive from the start, because there's a narrative. Do you know what I mean? Again, I've spoke to Andy, I've spoke to him all. There's a narrative about the fight, that he won the last one. I need to nip that in the bud right away. Do you know what I mean? So I can't go in and get on the back foot. Do you know what I mean? Because I need to make this clinical. Do you know what I mean? I need to make it no doubt in anybody's mind. And that's what I hope to do. And I know even the game plan we've worked on, and even the stuff that I was working on with Pete as well when we were meant to fight this in August. I'm going to put it all together, and yeah, I'm going to do it on the night. Now, I believe that he's improved a lot in his boxing. I think that he'll mix it up. I can't mix it up. Do you know what I mean? And we actually seen Conor Kerr fought him. Conor Kerr tried to do bits of boxing against him, it didn't work. So I'm coming for one fight only.
The SSE arena obviously has been a special arena over the years. Like, I spoke to Eddie Hearn yesterday, he's saying it's the best fight card they have, top to bottom. Are you still pinch yourself at the fact that you're on such a massive card? Like, other than your Micks, your Framptons, your Katie Taylors, this is the next in line for that, and there's no world title sort of attached to it. Like, are you still having to pinch yourself? Like, you've experienced that SSE, you've probably experienced getting caught up in that atmosphere the last time around. So you probably maybe try not to enjoy the ring walk as much this time, or you probably know what to expect. But are you still pinching yourself that you're fighting in this card?
I mean, it was yesterday. I turned around, and like that's what I'm saying. When I was growing up, I was an amateur. Like, I was going to all the shows where everybody on the card was on. I was going to watch Eamon, Stephen Ward, Tommy McCarthy, Paddy, friggin' you had your Craig Richards. He fought Belfast before. Lewis, Paddy. I was an amateur once going to these shows and watching all lemons, and you're turning around and they're all there, and Eddie Hearn's there, and it's mad, mate. Not that you have to pinch yourself, because I think any person that gets on this stage is deserving of it. Like I'd say myself, and even Rudy too. We've worked hard, and even with Rudy, he's put in a good few decent performances, so it's deserving. Again, if this had been a year ago, I would have been letting it get to me, but now it's just like it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? And the real focus is on Saturday night and winning on Saturday night.
Look, Gerard, obviously we'll keeping it short and sweet for you. Obviously, enjoy your last bit of media you have to do here today. We obviously can't wait to see obviously the fight on Saturday evening.
Can't wait, mate. As I said, I just want the bell to go. Obviously, weigh in tomorrow, and it's good the way they're doing the weigh in. They're doing the weigh in at 10 a.m. There's no waiting about. Ceremonial at 6 p.m. And it's fight time. Do you know what I mean? It's time to go. So, yeah, mate, I just can't wait. Just can't wait to get in there. I literally just want the bell. I want the bell to go, and I'm standing in front of him. So, yeah, man, I can't wait.
Thanks for your time, Gerard.
Legend, Morty.